Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to go over a feature that is scarcely talked about but is critical when distributing surveys, especially if you're distributing them on public platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. Now this feature and this problem is how to protect your survey from bots. Now, when you're distributing your survey on a public platform, we strongly suggest against this because it is very likely that your survey will be spammed by bots. These Qualtrics features are critical when distributing your survey in this manner because they, one, help prevent bots from getting into your survey in the first place, and then two, even if some bots do slip through the cracks, they give you means for identifying those responses and data points and removing them so that they don't sully up and corrupt your existing data. With that being said, let's hop in the survey and go over this. Now, when doing bot detection, your best friend is going to exist right here in the survey options, especially in this section, the security tab. Now, these are fabulous ways to prevent bots from getting to your survey. Turning on a password or adding a password to your survey, or referral website URL, bot detection to security can monitor, and preventing indexing so that someone doesn't accidentally click on your survey when searching something in Google. These guys will eliminate 99.99% of bots from getting into your survey, but even if some bots do slip through the cracks, we're going to go over how you can identify those responses and remove them as promptly as possible. Now, to do this, to remove those responses and first identify them, you're going to want to turn on bot detection right here. And then once you turn that on, and let's republish this to make sure that that's saved, we're going to head to the survey flow and add a new element. Click on this drop-down menu, survey metadata, and then we're going to look for something that says Q reCAPTCHA score. Perfect. And then we're also going to look for one more thing that has a fraud score. Perfect. Move these guys to the top so it's the very first thing that populates, and click apply. And publish one more time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sample response, a test one, and then in the data analysis tab, we're going to see that the fraud score and the reCAPTCHA score are going to populate with how likely the person is to be a human. So I'm going to put this on pause, open up the test, take a quick test, and then we'll head to data analysis to take a look. Alright, I'm finishing up my test here. Got my score. Gonna close out of this and then head into the data analysis to see that for my previous response here, for my first test, I got that this survey response had a 90% likelihood of being a human. Now, once this new response loads in here, we'll see the likelihood that Qualtrics calculates that the survey response comes from a human. So it'll take a little bit to load. I'm going to refresh the account so I can go a little bit faster. And then we'll see the odds of being a human here. And then I'll add a fraud score just to see what Qualtrics calculated. Looks like I didn't add it for this response, or it hadn't been processed just yet for this. But now let's refresh one more time. And I got another 0.9, a 90% chance that this person taking this survey was human, which is pretty good. Now, the general principle here, let me head back in here, is if this reCAPTCHA score is less than 0.5, where Qualtrics doesn't really know, there's a coin flip chance it's either human or a bot, it's best practice to get rid of the survey data, since if there's a 50-50 chance that the survey data comes from a bot or a human, it's likely going to corrupt your existing data and mess with things in that manner. But if it's greater than a 50% chance, and really at this point the threshold is up to your discretion, But our general practice is if it's greater than 50% chance, it likely came from a human and you want to keep the data. But recapping that one more time, if you want to prevent your survey from getting infected by bots, you're going to go to survey options in here, security, and turn one or more of these guys on. The more the better. But if your survey has been infected by bots and you want to identify which responses are bots and responses are human moving forward, you're going to want to add these two embedded data fields, fraud score and recapture score, so that Qualtrics can do that identification for you, so that you can filter out those responses that you don't want from the bots and delete them accordingly. I hope that clarifies things and that makes sense. If you guys have any additional questions or concerns or want to go over anything else, please feel free to reach out in the comment section below. Always happy to take ideas for new videos, and I look forward to you guys again soon in the next video. Take care.